Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Thanks so much for joining me again. My name is Lauren. If you don't know me, I am the founder and owner of Closet Ecology, which is a secondhand clothing, shoe, and accessories business. And I sell my secondhand finds through platforms like eBay and Poshmark as a part-time side hustle type of gig. And this is my journey of turning this part-time job into my full-time income. So today I have a very exciting haul. I made it to the Goodwill outlet. First time going to the outlet in almost 3 months. So it's been a hot minute. Obviously some things have been going on preventing me and others from getting there, but things have started opening and I have been venturing out to get new product to source and list. So I'm in a different background a little bit today. So behind me, this is actually where I take my pictures. This is just a giant like piece of wood. I don't know what the actual term or name of it is called, but it's kind of like particle board almost. And it's just literally hanging, or not even really hanging, propped up against a wall in between two shelves. That's as fancy as I get with my photography. So if you're looking for an inexpensive way, side note, to get a white background, this is, honestly, it's been great. I think it probably cost me about like $20 to $25 for the board, and then I bought a command hook for the top, so super cheap. But anyway, that's not why you guys are here. You guys are here to see my outlet haul. So this is actually going to be in 2 parts because I found so much stuff, but also because I have a little bit of a story time to share and to talk a little bit about bin etiquette. So if you've not been to the outlet before, or just as like a little reminder of what the do's and do nots are of the outlet. So, okay, so story time first, really fast. I live in Ohio, and there are several bin locations within my state, and there's several that are out of state that are pretty close to me. They're all a bit of a hike, but they're definitely all worth the trip for me. If you don't know this already, that is a deduction, a business deduction, your mileage, your food, your hotel, should you need it. It's all tax deductible, so make sure that you are using your business account, your business credit card, whatever it is that you use, and that you keep track of all those expenses, because they really do really help you out at the end of the year. So side note with that. But so I'm not going to tell you, for safety and privacy reasons, which location this stuff came from, because I go to several different ones, and just for privacy and safety reasons, I'm not going to tell you exactly which one I went to. But anyway, so that doesn't really matter because this is going to be talking a little bit about bin etiquette. So when the shoes got rolled out, when they started doing the rotations. So every location does rotations a little bit differently. Some are going to be a lot more strict, and they're not going to let you go through things until they tell you it's time to go, or like the workers have completely stepped away from the bin. Some of them have a lot less strict rules, and people just are allowed to kind of do whatever they feel like. But no matter where you are, there are certain kind of unwritten rules about like how you should handle things that might come about. And what I'm going to talk about in particular is the shoes, because if you've not picked shoes before at the outlets, it can be an adventure, because usually they're not together. Sometimes they're rubber banded together, but usually if they are, people go through them so quickly that they just end up completely separated. So it's not uncommon for you to find a shoe and for somebody else to find a shoe, and then you need to figure out who gets to keep it. So in my experience, what I have experienced for proper bin etiquette is, if you find, or let's just say you find a shoe, somebody else finds the shoe after you, they should give you that shoe. Vice versa, if you see somebody finding a shoe and then you find the matching pair, you should give that shoe to them. And then if you guys both get it at the same time or you didn't notice who got it first, typically a proper method of solving this is to either trade something that one of you has or to flip a coin, something like that. So, but anyway, so, yeah, I was, you know, helping other people find some matches when they were saying, hey, or it's also, if you are looking for something, you should say, hey, I found this, I'm looking for this. And generally people will, if they find it, they'll toss it to you. Again, just proper etiquette. So this woman that was next to me, I didn't know her, I've never met her before. She was looking for a particular shoe and she said, hey, if you see this shoe, I'm looking for this. And I said, sure, no problem. I ended up finding it, tossed it her way. She said, oh my gosh, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And then shortly after that, I found one single Joan of Arctic wedge Sorel boot. It's the one with that like kind of jagged sole on it. Super desirable shoe. It was in really good condition. I was so pumped. So I said to her, I said, hey, I'm looking for the match to this shoe if you don't mind helping me. And she said, no, of course not. I was going to offer that to you anyway. And I said, great, no problem. And so we're picking through things. We didn't find it. And so I put it in my cart because I knew that it would probably turn up later, or maybe somebody else grabbed it and we might have to do like, you know, the coin toss or trade or whatever. So I am sorting through some clothes and she comes back over to me and she has the shoe and I'm thinking, oh my gosh, yes, I got this shoe. Like, because again, like I said, this is a desirable shoe. I knew it would sell. Well, I'm not really in the season for it, but I knew that it would sell. And so she comes over to me and she says, what size is the one that you have? And I said, it's a size 8. And she said, oh, okay. She said, well, this is my size, so I think that you should give me the shoe. And I was like, excuse me? What? And so I said to her, I said, no, I said, I thought that we were in an agreement that, you know, if you came across this shoe that you would give it to me because I helped you out, you know, that's the right thing to do. And she said, well, I know, but this is my size, so I think that you should give it to me. And I said, no. I just flat out looked at her and said, no, I'm sorry, but no. And she looked really confused. And then she said, well, so she tried to offer something else in her cart. She said, well, will you trade me for something? And I said, and then at that point, I was really put off by how she started the whole situation. So I stood my ground and said, no, I don't want to trade with you. I would like to have that shoe, please. And then so she said, so she started giving me a little more attitude and getting a little more aggressive with it, saying like, you know, like why she should give that to, why I should give that shoe to her. And then I said that the only thing I was interested in was a possible coin flip, but other than that, I was not going to give it to her. And so she walked away, she stormed off, and yeah, that was really disappointing because that is definitely not how you should handle that situation. And of course, it's like at the end of the day, it's just a single shoe. But with her attitude, she was totally trying to take advantage of my kindness and hospitality. And I was just not about to let her have that shoe. I would gladly have given that to somebody else, but I was not going to let her get that shoe. So fast forward, right before she checked out, she tried to get it from me again, and I told her no, and she ended up either hiding the shoe or purchasing it so that I wouldn't be able to get the matching pair. And so there was a really great group of people that were there helping me look for this other shoe because they swore that she hid it. We couldn't find it, so I left it with somebody that was helping with me, and I told him that, you know what, like, it's not a big deal. If you end up finding it, great. Here's a great pair of shoes. So, but yeah, sorry, I'm already 10 minutes into this video talking about shoe and bin etiquette, but, yeah, just, if you've never been to the bins before, or just as a reminder, you know, don't be a jerk when you're there, okay? Because there's plenty to go around for everybody, and help other people out, because generally, in my experience, when I've helped others out, they've helped me out in return, which is great. It's just that's just the way you do things. So anyway, enough of me blabbing. I'm gonna get right into what I got. So we are gonna do shoes and like handbags, accessories today, and I will do the clothing in another video. So the first pair of shoes I have is in Antonio Milani pair of sandals. They're showing up kind of red on camera, but they're like this pretty pumpkin-y color. But I just thought that these were so cute. Actually, this is really nice so you can see with the white background. So they're a size 7. They've got a leather bottom, which generally, like I said before, leather shoes can get this kind of normal wear to the bottom of them. It doesn't really mean it's in bad condition or anything. But I thought they're cute. I actually don't know anything about this brand, but these looked like they were made really well, so I decided to pick those up. Next pair is just a pair of Express boots. So, but they've got this cutout detail, which still I think is pretty popular and hopefully will be popular by the fall. Pointed toe, but the reason I picked this up is because it's new with tags. So if it wasn't new with tags and it was not at the bins, I would not have picked this up. So I'm honestly not sure what I'm going to get for these. They are, of course, faux suede, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. So they retailed for $59.90, so I might list them about, I don't know, $30 maybe, and just see what happens. So there's that. So I've got all these shoes over here. The next pair is a pair of like Gladiator BOC sandals. These are super, super cute. Really comfortable. BOC sells really well for me. It's by Born. And these are a size 9. And these Express are a size 6. So, yeah, great condition. That was the other thing too. A lot of the stuff that I found was in great condition or new with tags, which was pretty surprising. That's not typically what I find at the bins, but I'll take it for sure. Next pair is pretty exciting, something that I love to sell. And that is Dansko, these really cute clogs. So this is like a newer style, kind of more modern style. I'm super bummed that these are not in my size, because if they were, I would totally be keeping these. So they're a 39. Sometimes I can wear a 39 in Dansko, but usually I wear a 40. They're in awesome shape. There's just a little bit of something like stuck in there. I'll try to get that out, but they honestly don't really have much of anything wrong with them. And again, like they're a current style. So these type of Danskos, the ones that are more modern, more in style, tend to sell for a lot more than the typical clogs. So yeah, Dansko's great. Okay. Now these are super interesting. It's like this like loafer heel. And this is by Lewitt, which is kind of a expensive brand. I would say like mid-tier expensive. Like these were about $300 new. But they are actually new. They did have the Nordstrom Rack sticker on the bottom of them. But they did get kind of beat up just from being in the bin. I have cleaned all of these shoes, but I might actually polish these to get some of the scuffs out. So I'm not really sure on the resale value for this brand. Like I said, it does retail for a good amount, but retail and resale are completely different numbers. So generally speaking, so I don't know, but I just couldn't leave them behind because they were at the bins and they were essentially brand new. So hold on just a second. I need my little iced coffee break. Oh yeah. So good. Love me some cold brew. Anyway, more BOC. Super cute little sandal. I need to trim off some like little loose threads and stuff, but like a little sandal clog cork. Super cute. Yeah, bread and butter shoe brand for me for sure. this is a size 7, so really cute. Next is a pair of Lucky Brand flats. These do not sell for a whole lot, and these can be tricky to pick up because if you do not have this little sticker with the size on it, you are not going to be able to find out the size, because Lucky Brand is notorious for doing that. I don't know if they do that on purpose to prevent resale or what the deal is with that, but it is a little bit annoying. But these are a 9.5, and they're like this pretty kind of almost tie-dye marled type of pattern. Really cute. But yeah, the resale value isn't huge on these, but these were in like excellent condition, like barely worn if at all. So I grabbed them. Last pair of shoes is again another flat. So these are Sam Edelman. Sam Edelman again does not, it's not as in demand as it was in previous years, but this is a classic style, like the flats and then the T-strap sandals. So people do often buy these just because, again, it's like, it's a shoe that they know that they like and that fits them well, so they want multiple pairs. And this is a 7 again. Really cute. Again, it's like got that nice textured snake detail, so those should do okay. All right, so accessories. So I have them in a plastic bag, so hopefully that's not too loud. But so everything was in excellent condition or new or like new condition, except for this bag, which wasn't even that bad. I just needed to clean the lining. So this is a beautiful Brighton alligator print embossed handbag. Like I said, really the only thing wrong with it was the interior. There's a little bit of like corner wear and stuff, but Brighton bags can sometimes do pretty well. So they are very well made. It's got bright blue lining, lots of organization, so hopefully that does well. Next is probably my favorite thing that I found, favorite accessory, because it's literally, I don't think it's been used. Unfortunately, I can't list it as new because I'm not sure, it doesn't have the tags or anything, but look at this. Oh my gosh. Okay, so if you could tell from the key, it is a fossil bag, but it's got this cute little like check print. This is so appropriate for the season. It's just, oh my gosh. I mean, and it is, like I said, pristine. It's like somebody never used it. Like, it's completely clean on the inside, beautiful leather. Like, I always forget how well fossil bags are made for the price that they are. So but yeah, this should do very well, especially again because we're in the right season for it. So I will get that listed as soon as possible. Next is just a basic Kenneth Cole Reaction metallic bag, but I just thought it was cute. And then it has this like little card slot on the back, and there's one on the inside too. So some of these I picked up just because, again, they were in great shape, and if I felt like the comps weren't that great, that I would just put them in my consignment store bag to sell eventually with them. So I'm not looking at a lot for this, but I think somebody will want this because it is really nice. Next is a wallet. This is by the Sack. And again, this is in pristine condition. Like, nobody has ever used this before. The Sack does pretty well for me. It does have a good following to the brand. But yeah, I'm almost positive that nobody used this. So excellent condition. Weighs almost nothing, so it's great to pick up at the bin. Next is a tote. I'm not expecting to do a lot for this. Again, this is another Kenneth Cole Reaction, but it's just like a nice, like, I don't know, travel, career type of work tote. But people like to buy this type of stuff, especially used, so that they can get a really good deal on it. It doesn't weigh a lot, so I could, you know, probably even send it first class with how light it is. So, so yeah, I picked that up. Next is just something, if I see these, I pick them up because they help just kind of lower my cost of goods. And if I do have like, this one's from Athleta, if I do have an Athleta piece, I will pack it up in this, and people just tend to appreciate that. So, or if I have a lot of these, I could actually sell a lot of these type of bags together because people will buy those. So, speaking of the sack, this is like the traditional, the sack type of purse with like the long strap. It's like this like woven material, excellent condition, barely if at all used. Again, I was so shocked. I mean, even with the clothes too, like when you see the clothing haul later, you'll see like the condition was just, I don't know, I guess people just really are cleaning out their closets from being in quarantine. But yeah, good old bread and butter. If you haven't noticed, a lot of this is bread and butter. That is my jam. I do like selling high-end things when I can, excuse me, when I can find them. But honestly, I would pick bread and butter any day because it just sells consistently and quickly. So, the next piece is a Gianni Bernini. I get this mixed up with Gianni Beanie sometimes, which they're different brands, but they're sold at department stores. This is like sold at Macy's, but it's a cute faux ostrich leather bag. This is new without tags because it has like the little, you know, protectors on there, pristine inside, really cute. I just thought it was cute for the season, so it's not going to get me a lot, but you know, again, I felt like if this is the type of thing for sure that if I decide I don't want to list it, then I will put this away to go in my take to the consignment store bag. And then another one right next to it, this one I actually really like. I think I will be listing this. Again, same brand. This has the little protector on it. This one is actual leather. So this is a white, beautiful white leather shoulder bag. I just thought this was gorgeous. And this one is actually new with tag. The tag is removed, but the tag was on the inside, and it actually even had the receipt on the inside. So somebody bought this and never used it. Yeah, it's gorgeous. So I think that this will do very well. So cute. Next is another Fossil bag. This is a keeper bag. So this is like one of their coated canvas bags. And this one does have some spots on it, but I'm trying to put it in place for you. But it's a crossbody, but it's got like a top handle. Cute pattern. This one I'm not going to get as much for, but somebody will definitely want this. These are popular types of Fossil bags. I'll show you the interior. Really pretty patterns on the inside, so you can easily find your stuff. Two more. Okay, so I picked this up. I'm gonna, I think, maybe condition it a little bit. I did clean it, but because of the mini bag trend, okay, this is a Kenneth New York, so this is an older bag, possibly like early 2000s, but I just thought the style was just so cute, and I had to get it, you know? I mean, it's at the bin. It doesn't weigh very much. Again, I'm not going to get a lot for it, but, you know, it gives people the opportunity to buy that style without, you know, breaking the bank. So, really cute. And then the last piece is, sorry, is another, the sack piece, but this is a leather, really soft leather, blue leather crossbody bag. So, this one, for sure, is going to do well. And again, just great condition. So I couldn't believe the condition of some of this stuff. Oh, and then I forgot one thing. I'll only grab one to show you, but I did get a pair of Reef Flip-Flops. There is a cult following for Reef footwear. These were in excellent condition again, so I grabbed these. So that is everything that is not clothing related. I'm still in the process of cleaning and sorting the clothing, so that will come next. So yeah, let me know down below what your favorite item was. Definitely that fossil bag and those Dansko clogs are my fave. Those will probably bring in the most money of all the stuff here. But I do really like that white leather handbag as well. And also let me know down below if you have any silly bin stories or confrontations and how you handled them. And again, just my advice is just to don't be a jerk to somebody, obviously. And then if you have a conflict, just, you know, stand firm. Don't feed into the drama, but just stand your ground. If somebody is being a jerk to you, don't let them be. You know, don't let people take advantage of you just because you're nice. But for the most part, the people that I meet there are super, super nice, and they are happy to help you with anything. So thanks again for watching, and I will catch you guys next time in my next video. See you later.